Hello everybody and welcome again to the wonderful world of YouTube. That isn't properly in shot and it's really going to annoy me. There we go. Anyway, my life being great, I've already recorded this video once and the panel started playing up right in the middle of it because of a loose connection in the plug. And it was quite ironic actually how it happened. I plugged it in and said, as you can see, there's nothing wrong with it. And as soon as I said that, all sorts of interesting faults started to happen. But yeah, the connection in the plug was loose. As I said before, which you've not seen because I deleted the video because it went faulty, I'm using a normal plug, but one of the wires had come loose in that and the alarm wasn't liking it. And it kept going in and out of alarm. The power LED kept flickering. And in the end, it was just going to blow a fuse, so I unplugged it and I fixed that problem in the plug. Anyway, it's all working again now. That wasn't a fault of the panel, that was a fault in the plug. As I said before though, again, which you've not seen, this panel came out of a house refurb and it's an Optima XM6 burglar alarm control panel. And it's pretty similar to the XM4. Well, actually, it's the same as the XM4. It's basically the same thing as the XM4, it's just got two more zones for slightly bigger houses, which doesn't really make sense because this was in a flat and only about 3 of the 6 zones were used. So maybe it's just what the engineer had on his van at the time, 30 years ago. I don't know. A 6-zone panel shouldn't have been used, it should have been the XM4. But hey, who am I to judge? I wasn't even born when this thing was put in. But what I am going to do now, for all you lovely people out there who like alarms just as I do, I'm going to turn it on, we'll hear it ring, I'll demonstrate it in that. Nothing's connected to it though, only the power, so I can only run you through the minimal features really. I will show you the circuit board because I know lots of you like to see the circuit board, the tamper switch, ECT, and that's it really. First off, I'll start with the indicators though. You've got zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. They're all the alarm zones, and it brags, it says microprocessor, literally, it just says that for the fun of it. And it's got the day LED there. I don't know why it's called day, it basically means unarmed. It doesn't. I don't know where the term day comes from. It's got a tamper LED if you take the cover off, or if you take the cover off a PIR, or you cut a wire or something, the tamper light comes on. The attack light comes on if the panic button's pressed, a personal attack button. Sneak peek, here's a video coming on this, I got this with it. If you press one of these in like that, the attack light comes on. And also the power light should be on when there's mains voltage going into it, as there will be now. So I'll turn it on and hopefully it'll work this time, and it'll go into alarm because there's no backup battery, and anyway it's factory reset, so as soon as I switch it on we'll go into alarm. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. It's going into alarm, so to stop this you enter the factory code, which is 0123. Right, there we go. It's now in the normal status. As you can see, the day LED is lit up, which means it's basically unarmed, and the power LED. Yeah, so here we've got a little paragraph on how to use it. To set, enter your code, leave by approved route. To omit, press omit during exit time, then the zone number's then set. If you want to omit a zone, that basically means if you don't want it to detect that particular zone. So say like all the PIRs in your house are on zone 2 and you don't want, for whatever reason, the alarm to detect if the PIRs detect motion. So say like you're in bed and you don't want all the PIRs on, you just want the doors and windows to be alarmed, if you like, because, you know, if you get up in the night for a glass of water or whatever, you don't want the PIRs to detect you. What you can do is you'll arm it as normal, so you'll put your code in, mine is just 0123. Starts counting down, press omit, makes that funny noise you can hear, and then you can press the zone number that you want. So I can press 2 and 2 will start flashing, which means it's going to omit zone 2. Press set and it'll continue to arm itself, or to quick set it, which means to arm it more or less straight away. You can press set again and it'll arm soon enough. And then when you come in again, obviously I've got nothing connected to it, so I can't show you the entry delay, but basically it'll do the same sort of beeps and you'll put your code in. Obviously I'll just put my code in straight away, 0123, the daylight comes back on. What what else is there to show you. Yeah, I'm just thinking now. Yeah, I'll show you about the omit again. So, the thing is with the omit though, you can omit as many zones as you like, but you can't omit them all. You can omit all of the zones bar 1, basically. So I'll show you that. 0, 1, 2, 3, it'll start counting down. Press omit, makes the omit tone. So I can omit zones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I press 6, it'll cancel them all. You can't omit them all. But you can omit 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. But again, if I press 1, it'll cancel. You can omit whatever zones you want, but there's always got to be one unomitted one. And say like I want to omit zones 1, 2, 5, 4 and 6. So I'll press 5 and 4 and we'll get them flashing for you. But then I decide, oh no, I don't want to omit zone 4, but I want to keep them omitted. If you press zone 4 again, the light will go, oh. No, it won't. Ignore what I've just said. If you want to not, I'm not making any sense today, am I? Let's start that again. Ignore everything I've just said in the past 30 seconds. Basically what I thought, if you go to omit a zone, for example zone 1, I thought if you pressed 1 again, it'd cancel the omit, but it doesn't. You have to set it and then unarm it. But basically, the point about the whole thing I've just said is if you want to omit something, you can. But you can't omit all of them. You can omit all them, but as soon as I press 6, that omits them all, it cancels it. Yeah. That was all it was. Gosh, that was a lot of explaining, wasn't it, for something so simple? And to unset, like I've just shown you, I'll just quick set it. The alarm is now set. To unset it, you just enter your code and the daylight will come back on. When the daylight is out, that means it's set. So if I go 0, 1, 2, 3, does it again, it's back. To reset, press reset after unsetting the system. So you can go 0, 1, 2, 3, reset. Or can you? I don't know. To reset, press reset after. Oh, it's basically if it goes into alarm and you want to reset it, after it's been into alarm, as soon as you put your code in, press reset. Obviously, when it's in the day mode and it's got no faults, if you press reset, that won't do anything. That memory button there, on the earlier Optimas, that used to be a chime button and you could get doors and windows or whatever you wanted to chime. They don't do that anymore. Well, I say anymore, this one's 20 years old. The chime function is gone on these, it's just memory. And what that is, that memory button, that means alarm memory recall. And you can recall basically when the last alarm happened and on what zone by using these. I don't know how to do that. I think I remember off by heart how to do a test, how to test the speaker inside of it. I think you put your code, I think you press program, put your code in, press 0 and press 24. Yeah, you do. And then 0 to cancel. It's basically to test the panel speaker. I think 4's panel speaker on quiet, 0 cancels that. 24, panel speaker on loud, cancels that. And 5 is bell box. I think 1 is walk test, something like that. But as I said, there's nothing connected to it, so I can't show you it doing that. I'll reset it though, put it back to normal. I'll take the lid off and show you it tampering because I'm running out of time on my camera. If I take this screw out, oh, you'll have to excuse my fat arm. I'll have to put it in the way because I can't do this one-handed. I'll have to do it right over the camera, sorry. Anyway, if you take the lid off, it goes into tamper and it starts producing the alarm tone, as I'll show you now. It's producing the alarm tone, and to stop that, enter your code. There we go, and That LED, that red one that's lit up in the middle, is the tamper light, obviously because someone's tampering with it. Here's the insides of the wonderful thing, as I'm sure you're all wanting to look at. There's the circuit board. You've got, I don't know if you can see, the zone terminals there. I've put links in them. And it's also got this feature called, I thought it had a feature called keypad lockout. Oh yeah, it does. If you leave the lid off and press reset, the keypad won't work until the cover's put back on, which is a safety feature. Yeah, so that's the inside of it, basically. That's the brains of the system. Oh my god, I've got 10 seconds left on my camera. That's all really, anyway. I'll do another video with things connected to it. Bye for now.